Hello, beautiful beings who are joining me here on this impromptu live. How are you doing? If this is your first time, my name is Liang. If this is your usual rodeo ride with me, welcome back. I'm in my garden and this is an impromptu live. I didn't think I would come on live today, but as I always say, when spirit leads, I just have to. I just have to. And I get to. And I choose to. So, how are you feeling? How are you feeling as we are moving ever closer to the gateway that is completely opening, that is going to be completely open as we peak on the 8th of August. And this year feels really, really, really powerful because a little backstory is that late last year, um, around winter solstice, I did feel that there's going to be a powerful return of this pure, potent vortex that is supported by the dragon energy. And the message I really received was that we will be very much like the mystics who are engaging with the network. And that's all I really, really heard, really. And at that time, I thought, well, that pretty much means that we are the mystics who are bringing the spiritual side of things, spiritual aspect, the spiritual core, which is alive in everything really. It's not just, oh, I'm meditating so I'm spiritual. It's not just, oh, I'm walking in nature and I'm spiritual. No. It is at the core of everything. It is at the very core of even this phone that I'm holding up to speak with you, because there is a spirit that enlivens the very, very thing, whatever that is, a being or a rock. And I've got a lot of rocks here. You can see this is like my little garden, my little sanctuary. And so I wanted to come on here to share very, very honestly and vulnerably about how it feels like to work with this immense energy, because we are in the dragon year and it is a wood dragon year in the lunar calendar. And what that really means, at least for me, is that the wood element itself is all about expansion. It's all about rooting in so deeply so that your branches can reach high above into heaven. And that wood itself is really the conduit of heaven on earth. And we are very much the wood itself in many aspects. We are here to bring forward the vision that is here to grow and expand and reach into limitless heights into this carbon-based body. And it's this culmination and um, this transmutation of all elements all at once within us. Hello, if you're joining me, just say hello. I would love to connect with you. So when we are able to combine wood energy with the dragon energy, which is very, very powerful, the dragon swims through the waters and through the skies. It goes through the earth unseen. And so the dragon itself in the ancient times often is depicted as the yin yang symbol. because it goes through all the elements, it goes through all the stages. And so it is a very powerful moment for all of us to remember that we are that dragon, and we are that dragon rider, we are that dragon itself. So as we move through into a numerologically divine time, and I have a little bee here who wants to say hello. I'm just gonna move a little bit so that it knows that I'm here. Bees love me. Bees always come around when I'm sitting, and not that they want to sting me or anything, they just like to be around me. I don't know why, but anyway. So as we come into a numerologically divine time in this dimension that we're in, where we are still bound by the Chronos time, you know, we start to see that it's the 8th, and also 2024, adding it all up together is also an 8. So we are really opening up a portal that is not just all very much the Earth, the Sun, the Orion's belt, and Sirius aligning in the Leo astrological sign. And it is also this alignment that this alignment actually allows this keyhole of light to come through. In fact, I would say this time around with the 888 portal, it feels very much more than a tiny keyhole. It really literally is a ginormous gateway that is just pouring through. And this is why I felt so compelled to put together an event. It started off as an event that started on the 7th of July to prepare. I just knew that we needed to prepare for this immense energy. And now as we move into the next iteration of it, we're going to have a really good time anchoring in, embodying this energy, this new energy, I would say, that is so multidimensional on the 8th of August. So if this is for you, the portal is available. It's open for registration. So if you want to join us right now, it's a great time. Once you join, the credit that you have can be used towards any other mentorship, the selected mentorship spaces as well, if you want to journey deeper with me. So it's really just for me to give back to you however way you want to use it. And if you're coming, be prepared, because we're going deep and we're not holding back anything. And it may be a hard truth for some of you to swallow, you know. And this leads me to share what I felt today and what I have been feeling fairly often, until I realized that, oh wow, this is the energy that we have been literally waiting for, preparing for. So today I sort of woke up, and I haven't felt this in a while, but today I did wake up feeling heavy. And not heavy in a way that is like, oh, my body's tired, but it's more like I feel that it would be my human feels this energy that is so big and incomprehensible, like the mind cannot compute this. And as a result, it wants to run. Like that is the immediate response of the body that is beset in fear. And so my body doesn't really react in that sense, but my mind starts to come forward with ideas. And one of the ideas was actually, this is so crazy to say, but to just leave this earth and if this is if this is something that triggers you, you can turn off this live right now. But I've had moments in my younger times when, before my spiritual awakening, let's just put it that way, that I struggled a lot with my body issues. I had severe anorexia. I was very much hospitalized, and 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 I've had moments where I have contemplated taking my own life and leaving this earth. And so today, when I felt it, I had choices. Like, I knew my soul came forward and spoke to me and said, you have a choice here. This is a choice point. Would you like to simmer in this and woe be me, woe is me, and oh my god, life is so sucky, life doesn't do anything for me, things are so hard? Or do I want to numb? That's the second choice. Do I want to numb myself with activities that keep me busy, serving others but not serving myself, or going on to programs, televisions, and novels, fiction, to just escape this? Or choice 3, can we take a moment? Can you lead yourself through this? Can you take a moment to be with yourself and give yourself so much spaciousness to feel into what this is? And this is how, actually, ironically, I guess, is how I lead my clients. And I think it's a really good benchmark, to always ask myself, like, how will I lead my clients through this if they're going through this themselves? And so I said, okay, I will take a moment, well, quite a moment, a few moments. I had a ceremony with tea, and I tapped into the divine field, the infinite field. I spoke to my ancestors, and there are lots of things going on, people to forgive, moments that I knew I was being taken advantage of, but swept it aside and said, compassion and love, kumbaya, is cool. And there are moments where I knew I wasn't leading myself in the best way, and then there are the fears of what is to come, and then all of the things that I haven't done. And I've come to a point in my life, really, where I would feel that immediate response, like that fight, flight, freeze response of just very simmer. It's like a little tiny simmer where it would say to me, call someone, talk to someone, tell them everything, like kind of like word vomit to them and ask them to assure me that everything is okay. And I used to do that a lot. And I came from a place of really, to be very honest, helplessness. And this helplessness is like, I hope you can serve me, or I hope you can help me after I tell you everything. I hope you can show me the way. I hope you can show me the answer to my question. But quite recently, and I don't think it's ever a coincidence, but quite recently I've actually come across a book called Old Path, White Clouds, and it's really a retelling of the story of how the Buddha became the Buddha. And it's really interesting because numerous times we as modern beings, as we are, we have a lot of sayings, we have a lot of things to talk about in the spiritual world, in the New Age world. We have different terms, but ultimately the ancient text, have already said everything, to be honest. And we're here to embody that. Actually, I feel like that's what we are here to do. Like, I think it goes without saying that intellectually we have so much knowledge. We're so fucking intelligent, and the information is everywhere. But more than ever, there are more people than ever who are disconnected from spirit, disconnected from the idea of source, numbing, coping. Why? And I think if we were to look back at, I am a fractal of the divine, you are a fractal of the divine. We are cosmic consciousness expanding, co-creating with the universe as we speak in this great expansive moment. Then as within, so without. And if we knew that this chaos, and actually, let's just put it that way, every experience we have, if we knew that we're meant to see them as the portal, the choice point to go higher in our consciousness, if we knew that our mental formation, our feelings, even our body feelings, like they are not permanent, and the only thing we know is that as within, so without. If this is, then that is. If this is not, then that is not. Then we know that our perceptions are also impermanent and they are illusions. If we know all of that, and yet we are still sinking so deep into our sufferings, or we're attached to the sensual pleasures, then we're playing very small. We're actually playing very, 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 very small. So these are food for thoughts. Oh, this is my husband. I'm just going live. Oh, I'll see you later.
Okay.
So these are some food for thoughts, and to share with you so that you don't feel so alone on this journey, because you're never alone. And this is why it's so important for us to have community, to have a mentor, to know that you can play so much bigger, and to know that you're not alone, and that we are doing greater things than just trying to make it happen or trying to get past or get by. And that is true liberation for me. It really is true liberation. And so I'm gonna wrap up here and let you know that I love you, I honor you, I appreciate you so much, and I'm right here walking with you shoulder to shoulder. I'm here for the work. You know, this is it. It's not about, oh, I woke up today and then suddenly I'm this person, this version. It really is a recommitment every single moment. You know, once we have passed that moment of success, let's put it that way, the next moment is, are you going to recommit? It really is a spiral of pretty much the same things we signed up for. And it is a recommitment to keep going, not just in the sense of like, oh, I'm just getting by, but to recommit to playing, because you know you are the divine. You know you are here. And I think coming from a heart of service is going to be so incredibly different than just wondering, how am I going to get by today? What does this want for me? You know, it's really about serving your soul, and therefore you're serving others as well. Always coming from the heart, coming from the depth of your soul, and this is my work, this is my devotion, this is my commitment. And this is why I feel like at this point I don't really have to tap out so much. And I've come to a point where I know that, even if there was just one person or 30 or 300 people on the live or on my mentorship spaces or whatever, it doesn't really matter. It's the power of one. It really is. And so again, as within, so without, and everything is a reflection of my consciousness. So alright, my loves, big kisses for all the things that you are moving through, and know that I'm right here. Join us in the portal if this is calling out to you. Come and play big, and let's have the most incredible time as we are being supported by the astral realms. Alright, my love.